Welcome back to the channel. Imagine one man started with nothing. By the time he died, he had built the largest land empire in human history. So how did an orphan from the Mongolian steppe conquer almost the entire world? Long before the world knew him as Genghis Khan, he was born around 1162 with the name Temujin. His childhood was marked by hardship. After his father was poisoned by a rival tribe, his family was abandoned and left to survive alone on the harsh Mongolian steppe. They endured hunger, hunted for food, and struggled through brutal winters. Every day was a fight for survival. Those difficult years shaped Temujin into a resilient leader and taught him the lesson that would define his life. Only the strong survive. Life became even harsher. Temujin was captured by an enemy tribe and forced into slavery. He wore a heavy wooden collar around his neck and was constantly watched. Most people would have accepted their fate. Temujin refused. One night, under the cover of darkness, he escaped with the help of a sympathetic guard. That single act of courage would change history. Instead of giving up after years of suffering, Temujin became determined to unite the divided tribes that had caused so much pain. For centuries, the Mongol tribes had fought one another. No one trusted anyone. Temujin understood that if the tribes remained divided, they would always be weak. Instead of relying only on family ties, he promoted people based on loyalty and ability. A poor shepherd could become a general. A nobleman could lose everything if he proved disloyal. This was revolutionary. One by one, rival tribes either joined him or were defeated. In 1206, after years of warfare, the Mongol chiefs gathered and gave Temujin a new title, Genghis Khan, often interpreted as universal ruler. A new empire had been born. Genghis Khan knew that victory depended on discipline rather than numbers. His army was unlike anything the world had seen. Every Mongol warrior was an expert horseman. Many could fire arrows accurately while riding at full speed. Each soldier traveled with several horses, allowing them to cover astonishing distances without exhausting their animals. Communication was fast. Discipline was strict. Cowardice was punished severely. Promotion was based on skill, not birth. His soldiers trained constantly, making them among the most effective fighting forces in history. Genghis Khan didn't win battles through strength alone. He mastered fear. Before attacking a city, he often offered its people a choice: surrender peacefully or face total destruction. If a city resisted, the consequences were devastating. News of Mongol victories spread rapidly. Entire kingdoms surrendered without fighting because they feared becoming the next target. In many cases, fear defeated the enemy before the Mongols even arrived. Genghis Khan's first great campaign targeted northern China under the Jin dynasty. Chinese cities were protected by enormous walls and massive armies. The Mongols adapted quickly. They learned siege warfare from captured engineers. Soon, they were using catapults, siege towers, and other advanced weapons. In 1215, they captured Zhongdu, present-day Beijing. The conquest of northern China gave the Mongols wealth, technology, and access to skilled craftsmen. Their empire was becoming stronger with every victory. One of history's most catastrophic wars began because of a diplomatic disaster. Genghis Khan wanted peaceful trade with the powerful Khwarezmian Empire in Central Asia. He sent merchants carrying valuable goods. Instead of welcoming them, a governor accused the merchants of spying and executed them. Genghis Khan demanded justice. The Khwarezmian ruler responded by killing his ambassadors. For Genghis Khan, this was unforgivable. His revenge was swift and overwhelming. The Mongol armies invaded with incredible speed, destroying major cities such as Bukhara and Samarkand. The Khwarezmian Empire collapsed within a few years. It was one of the most complete military defeats in history. The Mongols continued pushing westward. They crossed deserts, mountains, and vast plains. Their armies reached modern-day Russia, the Caucasus, and Eastern Europe. European kingdoms had never encountered an enemy like them. Fast, disciplined, relentless, victory after victory convinced many people that the Mongols were invincible. Although remembered for warfare, Genghis Khan also transformed the lands he ruled. He protected merchants traveling across Asia. He encouraged trade along the Silk Road. He introduced a reliable postal system connecting distant regions. He promoted religious tolerance, allowing different faiths to coexist. Talented individuals from conquered lands often found opportunities within his administration. His empire became one of the most connected in the medieval world. Even in his 60s, Genghis Khan refused to stop campaigning. In 1227, while leading another military expedition against the Western Xia kingdom, he suddenly became ill. What happened next remains one of history's greatest mysteries. Some historians believe he died after falling from a horse. Others suggest illness. Some even claim he was wounded in battle. The truth has never been confirmed. His burial place remains unknown to this day. According to legend, those who buried him kept its location secret forever. Although Genghis Khan died, his empire continued expanding under his sons and grandsons. His grandson, Kublai Khan, completed the conquest of China and established the Yuan dynasty. At its greatest extent, the Mongol Empire stretched from Korea to Hungary and from Siberia to the Middle East. It became the largest contiguous land empire ever created. Never before, and never since, has a single land empire covered so much territory. Genghis Khan began life with almost nothing. He lost his father, he survived hunger, he escaped slavery, he united enemies who had fought for generations, he built an army unlike any the world had seen, and he created an empire that reshaped global history. His conquests spread ideas, technologies, trade, and cultures across continents, but they also brought immense destruction and loss of life. More than 800 years after his death, historians still debate whether he should be remembered primarily as a brilliant statesman, a military genius, or one of history's most devastating conquerors. Perhaps the answer is that he was all three. If you enjoyed this journey into one of history's greatest empires, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another untold story from history. Which historical ruler should we cover next? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next documentary.